When you type glow up on TikTok or YouTube, the advice that you tend to see is always the same. Get your hair done, get your nails done, get eyelash extensions, have the perfect cute gym set to finally feel confident, have the perfect morning routine, have the perfect set of pajamas, have the iced coffee in your hand that's gonna finally make you feel like a bad bitch. Glow up culture has become so aesthetic and more about how you look than how you feel. But the truth is that you could look incredible but still feel miserable. And when it comes to actually wanting to glow up your life, you have to go deeper than the surface or deeper than just what looks good to the eye, because those things could enhance your baseline. But if your foundation isn't there, then you can't expect to build a house on it. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 tips that have really helped me to glow up my life, become the best version of myself, and it's transformed and genuinely changed my life for the better. Shift 1 has to come from building an inner foundation first, because your identity is what shapes your reality. I've actually made a video on this and I'll link it in the description below, but you need to understand that in your life, you only really have yourself. Friendships come and go, relationships come and go, objects come and go. You are the only constant thing that you have from the start till the end, and that is guaranteed. So you can't expect to glow up your life while hating yourself in the process. What I mean by building that inner foundation first is, how are you speaking to yourself every day? What are your belief systems? What do you believe is possible for you? Are you seeing the glass half full or empty in your life? Do you think that you can achieve the things you want to achieve? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What are your boundaries? What are you accepting in your life? All these things are super important, and ways that I've been able to really create that foundation from within include gratitude, journaling, visualization walks, meditations. I would say gratitude is one of the most important things, because if you can't appreciate the good in your life right now, then you can't expect to attract a life that's even better. So really having that inner unshakable belief in yourself and becoming magnetic from within, and really having that foundation and that baseline that you always can come back to, is what is going to really change your life. So if you want to glow up, build that inner foundation first, because that is how you can build the rest from it. The second shift that's really going to help change your life and glow up and get your spark back is exercise and moving your body. Exercise has genuinely changed my life. It has given me discipline. It has given me motivation. It has given me a sense of confidence that is powered from within, because I have showed up for myself in ways that is going to change your life. And it can be in any form. It can be strength training, it can be cardio, it can be Pilates. Move your body, because movement is what creates motivation, and exercise is such a powerful way to actually show up as that version of yourself that has that self-love, that has that self-respect, that is investing in yourself, in your own energy. It's not about just looking good, it's about feeling good. And when you can exercise, when you can move your body, when you can implement this into your habits, your life will change. It has changed my life. For example, before I exercised, I never thought that I could do it. I was so lazy, I was so unmotivated. And this again goes back to the identity work, which is why that is step 1. But once I started to actually change that, exercise became a natural shift. And honestly, it has made me the version that I am now. It has made me so much more resilient. It has made me actually follow through and keep those promises to myself. And so if you want to change your life, exercise is such a powerful way to do it. And the best thing is, it's delayed gratification. You're also getting that dopamine in a natural way, and you're actually changing not just how you look, but also how you feel, because exercise is going to make you feel so much more powerful and so much more confident within yourself as well. Third shift that is going to really help you to glow up and get your spark back is protecting your environment, because your environment shapes your reality. Who you surround yourself with is so incredibly important. I've actually made a video on this as well called I Would Rather Be Alone Than in the Wrong Room. And in here I talk about how when I changed my circle, my life changed as well, because your circle is what determines your ceiling. And if you're around people right now where your growth makes them feel uncomfortable, or they're mocking you for wanting to level up, or they're judging you, or you can't be your authentic self around them, or just people in life that don't inspire you, they don't motivate you, you're not going to really get anywhere in your life either. You become who you surround yourself with. If you're around 5 alcoholics, the chance of you becoming the 6th one is incredibly high, versus if you're around 5 motivated, disciplined, aligned people, the chance that you also become that is also very high. So you pick your poison, and who you surround yourself with is so incredibly important. It can change your life. Before I glowed up and went on this journey, I obviously didn't have the best self-esteem. I had low self-worth. I cared too much about what people thought about me. I was dimming my light just for that validation, and I was insecure. And the people in my life also reflected that back to me. They were not going anywhere in their life. They were pretty stagnant. They didn't want to talk about the uncomfortable things like growth or where they wanted to go in their life. And as a result, we all ended up being stagnant together. It's basically like you're escaping and avoiding together. I really had to reflect on what boundaries I had, what I was tolerating, who I was letting in, because your circle does determine your ceiling. And now the friendships that I have, we're all working towards something. We all have a higher sense of purpose. We all are very into fitness. Even the friend that I live with in this apartment, she is highly successful, highly disciplined. And the thing is, because us human beings, we are extremely influenced creatures, right? We're very adaptable. And so if you surround yourself with the right people, it'll become normalized in your life to also become that, because we mirror each other's energy subconsciously. And because I live with someone and I'm friends with someone who is so highly successful, disciplined, motivated, and consistent, it became a norm in the environment that I was in. And as a result, I also began to rise. And so what I'm saying is, be around people that motivate you, that inspire you, that make you want to become a better version of yourself. If you want to glow up, you can't be around people that are stagnant. You can't be around people that are insecure. You can't be around people that tolerated a version of you that they were benefiting from where you weren't growing. And so this is the 3rd shift that is genuinely going to help change your life. Shift 4, which I think is very important and not talked about enough, is start creating. Because creating gives you energy and consumption steals it. We live in a world right now where everyone's doom scrolling, everyone is lost, everyone's distracted, everyone is so drowned out by the noise, but we were put on this planet to create. Find out what your hobbies are. You need to find a reason to get up in the morning. You need to have a deeper sense of your why. And the best way to do this is to actually pour into creativity, into actually figuring out what you want to do in this world, the impact that you want to make. And don't always think of it from a perspective of how can I make the most money or how can I benefit or profit off this? Because results come as a byproduct, but when you learn to love the process and when you actually find what you're passionate about and you really invest in your craft, that is when you will have a higher purpose in this life. And it's easier to actually detach from those things that don't deserve your energy and that are keeping you stuck when you attach yourself to something higher. And the best way to do that is to have a purpose, to create, to put yourself out there. Who cares about other people's opinions or what they're going to think of you? Judgment is inevitable. People's opinions are inevitable. You can't make everyone happy, but you can make yourself happy by following your purpose and taking that leap of faith. And so for me, an example of that in my life is creating videos. I love to speak. I love to inspire. I love to share my own opinions about certain things in life. And for so long, I allowed people's opinions to hold me back. I allowed what people were going to say or think to stop me from creating. But that is so incredibly stupid. Why would you let other people influence what you're doing with your own life? Okay, that's not their business. That's your business. So find what it is that you love and start to actually create it, despite the fear, despite the judgments, despite your mind trying to keep you comfortable. The only way to glow up is to be uncomfortable. And the best way you can do that is to put yourself out there, challenge yourself, and really follow what that passion is. Shift 5, which is so incredibly important as well, is to keep the promises that you make to yourself, because glowing up isn't always about looking the best. It's about becoming a version of yourself that you deeply trust. It's about becoming someone that shows up for themselves, that says what they're going to do, that's going to follow through with the words that you put out. Like, for example, if you say that you're going to gym, actually go to the gym. If you say that you're going to journal, actually start journaling. If you say that you're going to start creating, actually start creating, okay? Start keeping the promises that you make to yourself, because confidence is created by that competence. And if you can actually keep those promises to yourself, if you can become the version of yourself that shows up even when it's hard, that is how you build that unshakable self-worth, that unshakable self-belief, and that is how you can get your spark back. Because we live in a world where we can keep promises to everyone else, but when it comes to actually keeping promises to our own selves, for some reason we struggle to actually follow through with that. If you want to glow up in your life, learn to actually follow through with what you say, and you will see how much trust you build by just showing up for yourself every single day. Even if you're just getting 1% better every single day, you're going in the right direction, okay? So these are my 5 tips on how to really glow up. They really have changed my life, and I managed to glow up within a year. Within a year of following these 5 steps, and I promise you, if you just stick to the plan and if you just stay consistent, you will see massive change and progress. So lock in. Remember that you are powerful, you are limitless, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And this is how you can get your spark back and glow up in your own life.